What's poppin' 3D? I'm back with another lit video, and this video is a very sensitive subject to a lot of people. This is for people of all colors, not just specific color. It's for some specific colors, and it's for all colors as well. So modern day slavery, and I want you guys to get a notebook and a pen, some paper, and want to learn. Okay? I'm here to teach y'all what the teachers don't teach in school in the United States of America. I'm here to teach y'all what they don't teach in school. Modern day slavery is something that relates to today. It's not like slavery back then when they released all black people. It wasn't just specifically just black people. Modern day slavery is not specifically black people. It's all color people, or what they go through daily on a daily basis in America. And maybe outside America as well. But if this relates to you and you want to learn more about our history and our present today, please keep watching. Get some paper, a binder, a pen, a song, because I've been learning. And I've been studying. I'm going to teach y'all. I'm going to be our teacher. Write down some notes. If you want to go back, just, tap and go 10 seconds back, 10 seconds forward. If you want to learn more about it, please comment and say, I want to learn more about this, learn more about modern day slavery. Please make more videos like this. And also, subscribe to my channel, share with your family and friends, for people who want to know as well, and people who want to know about my other videos I do as well. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, like, comment, subscribe, share with your family and friends and people you don't know, even strangers. If it ain't 3D, you can't chill me, and that's on what? Game. So let's get right into the video. Alright, let's get into this. Alright, so the definition of modern day slavery means an enslaved person being controlled by a master, leader, or man or woman. In translation, that means in beaten or abused relationships. Forced to get married, forced child labor, forced labor in translation, forced to work, sex trafficking, human sex trafficking, organ sex trafficking, threats to get hurt, killed by their master or leader. That is modern day slavery. Still goes on today, just in police brutality and law enforcement, but it also goes on with citizens upon one another. So that's what modern day slavery means. And I'm going to give you the definitions of the definition. All the things I said, or what it means of modern day slavery, I'm going to give this shit as well. So stay tuned for the next clip. Alright, so forced labor means used against their will with the threat of detention, violence, compulsion, and unfree labor in any work relation, especially in modern day slavery today and in modern history. Basically, you're forced to work against your will, and if they don't work, they will threaten them with death, immigration authorities, and immigration papers. Child forced labor is children under the age of 18 are used against their will in any work or service performed against their will under a threat of punishment. And child labor refers to work for children under the age of 18 that is mentally, physically, socially ready to work for those type of position of work. Sex trafficking, we all know this one. Kidnapped or taken against their will and not being able to be in control of their own body or life or mind, and be obtaining without consent for the purpose of a sex act. Child sex trafficking, used against their will and not being able to control their own body, mind, or life by a man or woman obtaining without consent of a minor for the purpose of commercial sex act. Bonded labor or debt bondage. A person that's held against their will by the person they got debt by, so they have control over that person, and it changed because they don't have no debt. They have debt against them. So that's why they are in control of that person, and they can't leave until they pay that person back. That's why the person that they got debt from is holding them in against their will, and it is illegal in the U.S. People still do it anyway, but they will be caught one day, just to let you know that. Domestic servitude. Human trafficking found in distinct circumstances that work in private residences that create unique opportunities for victims. It is a crime, and it's a domestic worker who is not free to leave his or her employment and abused and underpaid, or sometimes not even paid at all. Like, it's like a foreigner comes to the U.S. and people like landowners that find out that you're not a citizen in this country, they will use that against you to make them work for you in some type of way or do certain things for them. And if you don't do it, they will tell immigration authorities or give them immigration papers or let them know that you're not a citizen here, or they will, if you got debt of that landowner, he will hold you hostage against your will because you know that you owe them, so and there's no right for you to go stitch and tail because you owe them. And it mostly happens to foreign national women that come to the U.S. and landowners find out they're not documented, and they use it against them to work for them, or they will report them to immigration authorities. Yeah. And they get deported, which they don't want that to happen. So that's why they work anyway to get paid. And they don't get paid, they still work if they do not want to be deported where they came from. Because they want to stay in the U.S., which is illegal, but people still do it privately where no one knows. This is unlawful recruitment and used as child soldiers. Children as young as 15 is being held against their will by being forced to prohibition under international law and humanitarian law. And that is a war crime by the International Criminal Court. It's like children that are being sold as soldiers, and you can't be a soldier until you're at least 18, where back in the day, about the 1800s, where 1700s, where when you're 18 and men had to sign up for the Army and National Guard, but now you don't have to, but they're forcing 15-year-old as young as 15 to join as soldiers, and that is in humanitarian law, and that's a war crime by the International Criminal Court. So yeah. I know you're looking at me like, why am I reading a notebook? I'm still studying, so I really can't remember all at once. I do remember most of it. That's why I'm kind of looking at the camera and looking down so I can give you direct contact, direct look. I want you guys to learn that. I'm gonna take some pictures of it. You need to go back and understand what I'm talking about. I will put the definitions as I'm saying in what I had said about the 7 types of slavery. Okay, so please learn. It's easy for you to learn because people outside the U.S., like the UK, the United Kingdom, they think Americans are dumb, which I'm a proof to them that we're not dumb. I know I'm not dumb. Because if they were so smart, they would know all Americans are not dumb. But guess what? I'm coming on part 2, another video about the UK. So stay tuned for that. You already know the gag is. If it ain't 3D, make sure y'all subscribe to my channel, like and comment, and make sure you share with your family, friends, and even strangers if you want to. You already know the gag is. If it ain't 3D, what? You can't chill with me.